Can you hear me now?
Yes, mom.
Yay! Okay, all right. I was just wondering. All right, okay. Thank you for letting me know that you were unable to hear. I'd forgotten to join the audio. I can barely see what's being written over here. There is something. Just give me a minute. I think we've got some. Okay, just a second. Okay, let's mute the.
Can't hear you again, me.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I'm just trying to see if I can hear myself on the YouTube channel as well, because I was actually able to hear that. And then that was disturbing me. So I thought I muted that part. Oh, dear God, I can still hear myself. All right, you guys will have to give me a few minutes again. Now we got that. Yes, all right then. Okay, everybody, and a very warm welcome to all of you, and thank you so much for being here. In the meanwhile, let's say a few hellos to people who've joined recently. So hello to Neeta and Kumkum and Deepa and Anu, Leela, and let's see who else. Ritika, Reshma, Hina, Satyasagar. Oh, hello. Nice to see
Hi,
you.
Meenal.
Okay, wonderful. Hello to everybody, and let's begin. So today, as a matter of fact, today I decided to not have a topic and to simply ask if any of you have any questions to ask, and then from that place, take it forward. So firstly, if you have questions, then you can either raise your hand and talk to me, or otherwise you can simply just put something down on chat. So for now, I'm going to mute everybody and then ask if anybody has questions to ask of me. All right. So as we wait for some questions to come along, somebody had already asked me this question, and so I'm going to simply start by answering that. And their question was about obsession. What to do when we get obsessed about something, somebody. An obsession, so it didn't warrant, she said, can you have a full webinar on it, on this topic of obsession? And it didn't warrant a full topic of 40 minutes on it, because it's very clearly, I'm going to just filter it down to the emotion and filter it down to the frequency, and there is not much then remaining, because we have talked about that frequency about 10,000 times, if not more. But today, again, picking up the word obsession. The word obsession, what does it mean? It basically means that you can't think beyond a topic or a person. You're just obsessed with somebody. That means all your thoughts are only of that person. All your thoughts are only of being with that person, or wanting that person, or something of wanting to have control on that person, wanting to have control. And then that would be your obsession with somebody or something. As we look at the term obsession itself, the finger is very much on the outside, could be on something material, but all material is completely immaterial when you begin to look at the energy. So when we are looking at the energy of obsession, and no matter what it is, sometimes we get infatuated with things. We get infatuated, which means that, we really think we like something. We really think we like something on the outside, and oh, that person is so amazing, or oh, that ring is so amazing, or oh, that job is so amazing, that possession, or rather something that is not the possession, is what you are finding, yourself to be obsessed with. The energy, does anybody want to even take a stab at what the energy of this looks like? It is so beautifully, clearly, the energy of lack. The energy of, the energy of lack. So Ruchi, since you asked me this question on obsession, the answer is here in the first 1 minute, that the energy is of lack. And this continues. The energy of lack continues to show up for us again and again whenever our finger goes outside. Whenever our finger goes outside. Just last week, we talked about this topic, being a nobody and being a somebody. And we're always wanting to be a somebody, and we don't want to be a nobody. We want to be a somebody. We work towards being a somebody. And then the minute we are working towards being something on the outside, it is the same energy that we are working with, the energy of lack. And so beautifully, again, I also received a very beautiful guidance on the same, just continuing that same thought process, that we think that when we get that something that you're obsessing about, you think that when you get that something, let us say, tomorrow it belongs to you. You think that your obsession, or rather that frequency of lack, is going to die down now that you have owned that thing, or you have that thing and no longer want that thing from the outside. Do you think that your obsession, or rather the lack frequency, is going to die down with that? Absolutely not. Because this one amazing, line that I got, and it's a nursery rhyme. Almost all of us have heard it. And it goes, the wheels of the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. And so the wheels of the bus, of this bus of lack that we are riding, that bus will simply keep moving round and round. We won't reach anywhere, with this particular bus, because we are going to be simply steeped in even more lack. And that's how the frequencies work. So no matter what word you give it, obsession or infatuation, or, lusting towards something, whatever it is, if it is on the outside, then simply recognize the frequency as being that of lack, as being that of lack. And so whatever your obsessions are, please take a look at them. And then, again, to keep bringing the finger here. Just the other day, it was really, really beautiful, because I've mentioned this several times, that whenever money wants to bring me an experience of the frequency of lack, now that, I'm not attached to something material or something that needs to be mine or whatever, he'll just simply put this word to me, or, array, not enough people in your program. Not enough people in your program. Right now, lakhs of people could benefit from it, but not enough people in your program. And earlier, when he would say something like this, I would actually get, we should do more. We should reach out to more people. That was when the program just started, and that was almost 3 years ago. Actually, even before this program started, this was when my workshop started. And in those days, I was still not looking so much within. Those were early days for me when I started the workshop. And in those days, when Mani would say to me, oh, we need to get more people, we need to, and I would say, okay, fine, let's have more workshops. Let's do this more. Let's do that more. Now when Mani brings that lack to me saying, oh, we don't have enough people. You haven't brought in enough people to do that. And I just simply start to laugh, because now I have so clearly understood that looking outside, even on the number of people whose lives I have to change, that is something outside of me. And that is simply a play of lack. That is simply wanting to be, again, now when we talk about a nobody and somebody, that is wanting to be somebody who is changing other people's lives. And I do understand that while everybody who comes to these webinars, their lives are changing, but I also do understand that it's their energy that is driving this shift. It is your energies that are driving this shift. Yes, I provide the tools. Yes, I provide the easiest way possible with my frequency that you can simply take. But it is your frequency, your energy that wants to shift, and your energy has got you here. So it is still all about you and very little about me. So when I'm looking at something as to how many people are coming, how many people are not coming, that would be me wanting to be a somebody, me being obsessed with numbers. As a matter of fact, I do know many people who have YouTube channels and who have videos coming out regularly. They're actually obsessed with, okay, how many numbers do we have now? What's the percentile that we've hit? What is our position right now? How many viewerships? How many of this and how many of that? When somebody told me, oh, nobody goes to your YouTube channel and it's got very limited viewership and everything, I said, yeah, anybody who has to go there goes there. Anybody who's driven to go there gets to go there. And so letting go of that external ambition or that external something that I need to control. Because what will happen if I get tomorrow a viewership of 1 million views? What will happen? Yeah, I'll definitely be very happy. I'll be very happy for a few minutes, and then life will again take over and something else will take my attention. So what will happen? That achieving 1 million views or 5 million views or 100 million views will give me a lot of joy. But then I also understand that the joy belongs to me. The joy already belongs to me. So I don't even have to get those views to be joyful. I can already be joyful today. And then I will take the frequency of joy without doing anything, without having to work my ass off to get those 1 million or 100 million or whatever is a nice number to have. And I don't need to do anything. That frequency is out there. Whoever is being called out through it, they come to it on their own. Their energy is asking for it. Can I change the energy of all the people in the world so that everybody comes into this masti frequency? It's not that journey. So what I can do is not look outside. What I can do is let go of any ambition or any numbers or anything. Again, all of these are simply examples of, you don't have to be just obsessed with people. You can be obsessed with a promotion. You can be obsessed with a number. You can be obsessed with changing people's lives. And so signing out from all of that and just simply being in the frequency of joy today. So I know that it didn't take the entire webinar time or something. So I'm going to stop at that. But Ruchi, you can say if you have any questions. If you have any questions about that.
Yeah, I took guidance and I had got the same answer of it's the frequency of lack. So thank you.
But you took guidance, मतलब तुम्हें अभी lack पहचान में नहीं आया था ये?
आ गया था, but because it was lack, so I wanted to hear from you also.
Because
this,
it is matter.
I think I often get an answer and then I see if B says the same thing or
Oh, wow,
not.
so much of self-doubt. Wow. Have you been releasing your self-doubt, or you're just planning to sit with it? Just asking. Not that I care. But are you planning to continue this entire journey of yours through doubt? Or will you, at some point in time, get some faith on yourself?
Got the point, me.
Just ask. Just asking. It's only a choice. I mean, can I change anybody's journey to move from doubt to faith? No. The journey on earth is all about doubt. The journey on earth is not about faith. The journey on earth is not even about miracles. The journey on earth is about doubt. It is about separation. It is about lack. It is about sadness. It is about hurt. And all of these frequencies of the mind that we play in, the frequencies of the mind, those are the journeys of earth. And then at some point in time, when the earth's journey wants to finish, at that point in time, our energy will start to push us to a place, either by yourself, or they'll bring you into, some such space like this, where you will be able to look within and operate from an energy space rather than operating from the body space. The body space, all about separation. The energy space, all about oneness. Even if the energy is of anger, but still the underlying of it, that if you're able to observe that anger is there with everyone. So there's the oneness with anger right there. I have anger, you have anger, the whole universe experiences anger. And so I'm in the frequency of anger. So much oneness with the anger and with anybody else who's experiencing anger. So no longer the separation. But that is the frequency of the heart. That is where your energy brings you. However, then these choices become available. Will we continue to move in the energies of separation, or will we come more and more to the heart? Will we come more and more to the heart? And so, Ruchi, please consider this as a danda to yourself. Because
Yes,
it's not like you haven't changed. But when are you going to leave those crutches of doubt and fly with faith alone?
Can I just add one little thing? When I was taking guidance on this, I realized that it's connected to passion. Passion for a particular subject or a particular job, or is all passion contrary to peace of mind?
What is passion? Passion is just an emotion. An emotion. It's an emotion. Passion is, describe the feeling of passion.
So, when your mind is totally absorbed in that thing, it gives you pleasure.
That's meditation. That's meditation. When your mind is totally absorbed in something, okay? And that would be, that totally, I've talked about it many a times, that was the answer given to me for meditation. That when you are working and you have no other outcomes in mind, let us say, I'm working and I really enjoy my work. Let us say I'm a painter and I'm totally engaged in that painting. I'm only simply engaged and absorbed in that painting in that moment, without a thought of what colors, will look better than what I'm doing right now. Oh, this didn't come out as much as, as better as the last one did. Will this sell or will this not sell? Is this going to look good? No such questions, and only simply absorbed in the moment. If that is where you are, that is meditation. That every moment, but we don't stay in that moment. Because we stay in that moment, and then let us say, the painting, painting khatam karni hai, let me rush it up. That's it. There you go. Off goes your passion, and now you're on the thought of, let me hurry it up. So now you're again sitting in lack because there is lack of time. I've got to finish something. I've got to do something. So again, the frequency doesn't take time. You want to take a subject and say, oh, I only look at this subject with total passion 100% of the time. Is that your feeling?
No, I got my answer. Me that I sometimes become future oriented, and then there are other goals that creep up. So
Oh, yeah. And then that's why I'm saying that the passion, for the passion to suddenly turn into lack, it's just a frequency play. It's a frequency play at all times. So passion is got nothing wrong with it. If you like something so much, I actually tell you, do things in the day that you love. Spend at least 3 hours in the day doing things that you love. But as you do those things that you love, do you stay with that love? Nope. After some time, it becomes something else. You skip frequencies from one to the other to the other. And that is where I'm saying to you, consider this as a danda, that you can pick up any topic on the outside and call it any words. But the answer is always in the frequency. There was a time when I was looking at this word called compassion. And to me, compassion really means, caring for the other and something for the other. So for me, it's all about the other, stepping into somebody's shoes and looking at the other and walking in their shoes and all of that stuff. And so when I asked Mani said, there's nothing called compassion because there is no other. If there is no other, where is the compassion? Where is the caring for the other? You simply look at yourself when you're trying to care for the other. So when I'm trying to care for the other, I think it is love, but does it stay love? It doesn't stay love. It moves to powerlessness. It moves to helplessness. Because when we are being compassionate towards somebody, we actually say, oh, they are so helpless. Let me help them. They are not helpless. Well, on the outside, they are looking as if they are helpless. They're playing the role of being helpless. But now you're in that story. And to not be in the story and to be able to see that everything, when it is a story, what am I feeling? What am I feeling? If I'm feeling their helplessness, their powerlessness, it doesn't belong to them. It belongs to me. The work is on me to release my helplessness, my powerlessness. And so, again, when you sit with something which you call obsession, let us hear from you, Ruchi. What is it that
I observed.
What are you obsessed with?
Books and reading.
Are you obsessed with them?
In the sense that it becomes obsessive if, for example, in the middle of the night, I wake up and I'm still thinking about something that I've read. Okay. I observed this in me and I wondered, what is it that my mind is doing? Why doesn't it remain blank?
Oh, you like stories. You like stories. That's why it doesn't remain blank. You like stories. That's it. Every story of injustice, tell me, do you engage?
Yes.
You like stories. Wonderful. You like stories. And stories you will get bhar ke, because everywhere around us are simply stories. So stories are very easy to get into because they're all around us. It's the not getting into stories that takes the conscious, aware effort. The conscious, aware effort is to not get into the story and go straight into the frequency of it. But I'm not saying that getting into the story is bad. It's just a story. And you, with getting into the story, create some more stories. We're all novelists over here. So you're creating some story. And that is your journey this time because you like stories. It's okay to like stories. It's just an experience. You want to experience anger. You want to experience, polarity and all of this. And that's what you came to Earth for. And so it's okay to experience. It's okay. Again, you know, I contradict myself because just now I gave you the danda, but that's a role that I have. And then when I look at people who want to be in stories, am I really bothered that they're sitting in the stories? No, they're sitting in the stories, maybe this life, maybe 5 other lives or something. And then they'll sign out of the stories. The path for all of us is the same. There is no other path that people will come to. It's just that your energy has pushed you to this path, and then you're exercising your choice, saying, I'm liking the stories, I want to sit with it, I want to feel more of compassion, more for the underdog. The underdog and the bully are stories, right? And if I gave you a story of underdog and bully, would you engage in it? 100%. Yes, you would.
Yeah, you absolutely have, hit the nail
You
on
like
its
the
head.
stories. You like the stories, and the stories create emotions, and you like to sit in those emotions. Okay. Firstly, accept that I'm okay even that way. You're okay that way. This is just a path. And again, you know, even if you are aware that you like the stories, you can sit with the stories. It's just a story. I like to sit on the blankness side, but every now and then, Mani will also make me play in stories. He will make me play in stories, make me that unaware person for a few days, sometimes for a few minutes, so that I can also enjoy the story. But my enjoyment is done in a few moments, and I come back to that blank space. You come to the blank space, your enjoyment of blank space is done in a few moments. You go back to the stories. Problem kya hai? That's how life is. So it's all right to be engaging in stories. At least become aware that you're engaging in stories. What else to do? Okay.
Right. Thank you.
A person suffering from OCD, what can we do for them? Asks Hina. Okay. All right. So when the person is suffering from OCD, what is it that you are feeling, Hina? What emotion when you see somebody suffering from OCD or from any disease for that matter? When you see a person suffering, what emotion is in you? You answer that question. What can you do for others? I just said a line a few minutes ago, which was, I can do nothing to change people's lives. I'm saying that. I'm saying that, and it's my job to change people's lives. That is my job role. That, oh, I have to do these webinars and I have to do this program. And apparently I have to change people's lives. But I am sitting over here and saying, I do not change people's lives. It is their energy which will change their life. So what can you do? What can you do for their OCD? Well, firstly, you send them unconditional love. And unconditional love already does not consider an OCD. Unconditional love says, whether you have OCD or you don't have OCD, I send you love. No healing required. No, I love you, therefore I must find a way to heal you. That becomes conditional. That is the condition that you are putting, that, oh, I love you, but I would love you more to not have that OCD. No conditions attached. So whether they have the OCD or they don't have the OCD, I love them. But you say, no, I love them, but I feel very sorry for them. I feel sad for them. Somebody is suffering. If it is creating sadness in you, then the work is on you to release your sadness. That is how simple it is. The only question that we will ask constantly to ourselves is, what am I feeling? When I see somebody with an OCD, when I see somebody with cancer, when I see somebody as an orphan, what am I feeling? And if that emotion is of sadness or helplessness or powerlessness, whatever that emotion is, you work on yourself. And then you'll say, yeah, I will work on myself, but how will that OCD become better? It's not your job. It's not your job. Even if this person is your own child, it's the child's energy that has come to experience through that. When you send unconditional love, sometimes with their energy at play, they are looking to receive unconditional love from you. And that unconditional love actually has the power of healing. And so sometimes they will take that energy and begin to heal. But your job is not to heal them. Your job is only to heal yourself. And the only way to heal yourself is to simply keep emptying your energy pot, or just simply coming to yourself to say, I love myself unconditionally. Whatever is happening to them, I bless them. That is it. That is their journey. I bless them and I love myself unconditionally. And that love that I hold for myself, I am sending to them as well. And that's all. No other healing works. You might say that, oh, there are so many healers and there is so much. I again bring you back to energy. When that person has decided to heal, it will find a healer. But that person's energy is the one that is deciding to heal, not the healer. The healer gets the credit, and that's beautiful because that's the role that the healer has to play, to get the credit. I get credit for, so many people that, oh, we took your energy and this is what happened. So the energy is playing with the energy. The energy is playing with the energy, and some healing might happen, but we don't go towards end outcomes. And what you are asking to me is an end outcome question. I want to heal somebody. How do I do this? We already have put an outcome over there that we are looking for. When we look for an outcome on the outside and we keep wanting to get closer to that outcome, even if it is somebody's healing, but when we are attached to an outcome, the frequency that we sit in is lack. It is again lack, because an outcome is outside and it's not here yet. And we don't have enough of that outcome, and we want more of something. We want more healing. We want to change whatever the condition is right now. The energy is of lack underneath. So my only suggestion to everybody is heal yourself. And I have miracles and miracle stories on that. So somebody reached out to me, and this was a few years ago, and they said to me they have a young child. Actually, as a matter of fact, I have an entire webinar on that, which is special needs child. And they had a special needs child, and they're like, he's been like the special needs child since the day he was born, and I've taken him to so many doctors, and I heard that you heal. Can you please heal him? And when I was sitting in guidance, and I said, there's nothing wrong with the child, but I think you need healing. That's the answer I'm getting. And she says, what do you mean by nothing is wrong with the child? The child has been born with both the brain lobes combined. There is no separation between the left and the right brain side. And because of that, the child is not able to even speak sentences, not speak words. It's not talking. It's not able to walk. And you're saying there is nothing wrong with the child. And that was the only guided answer that I kept saying, that no, I think that the answer is that you need to heal. You need to let go of what the child should look like, what the child should feel like, what the child should be doing. All other ages of all of those children are that this child has chosen to experience for itself this energy, and you can let go of what the right way of the child to behave should be, because the way it is behaving is the right way. It has chosen to experience all of that. Well, a few months passed by, and then she called me, and then she said, and for the healing, I just told them, I said, listen to my meditation and listen to some of my webinars, and whatever comes for releasing, just release. All of these emotions that we are holding about the child, the judgment about the child, the sadness that we hold because the child is a special needs child, just release, just release. She called about 2 months later, and her thing was, I'm listening to your webinars every single day, And my child who couldn't speak anything, couldn't even put an A together with B, is right now speaking sentences. So the healing happened, but the healing happened firstly to whom? Firstly to the mother who was worrying for that child. Then what is she sending to that child? Worry frequency. When you begin to send unconditional love, whether you heal or you don't heal, I love you. No tying yourself to outcomes that, oh, I'm healing you with so much of heart. You should heal. You must heal. I hope you heal. All of these are outcomes that you've attached yourself to. Okay. All right. So somebody says, Gitanjali says, the work within is all the time, but why is that sitting on the couch with my journal is something that I find myself so drawn to? That feeling of joy is unexplainable. Perfect. Being detached, as I understand, isn't that I go on the mountain and live there forever, but with the tools that you've given us, observing as the stories play around us is beautiful. Meditating also, when on days now I sit and paint, get engrossed in doing up the house, or simply gaze at the sky. But this attachment, as I observe, to being alone and sitting and journaling, or just listening to your webinars, and I could go on with it forever. Attachment. The word attachment is with expected outcomes. That is what attachment is. So what is your expectation of an outcome when you are sitting? Our words, when I say I'm attached to somebody, I'm attached to a person, I have expectations from them. I have expectations from them that because I love them so much, that they will do this back for me. When people get attached to me, I say to them, if you get attached to my physical body, well, I will only break it. I will give you one thappar. I'll behave with you like really badly. You will get shaken up. You will feel the hurt. And then from that space, you will find your place of unconditional love to me. Unconditional, because when you become attached to me, my body, that attachment will come with an expectation of how me should behave with you. And me will break that, because me, you have now made the tool of hurt. If you are attached to my body. So I tell everybody that if you're attached to me or feeling attached to me, and you're really, you're like, oh, I really want to listen to her webinars every single day. And that's fine. But if you've become attached, the 2 days that I don't have the webinar, you will feel really, really something missing over here. And if that is the case, that you're missing something, now you're attached to the physical presence, please break that attachment and please come to unconditional love, because from energy of me to you, the love flows unconditionally. And then you start to put more and more binds on it. More and more of what you have to do. You have to meet with me every day. You have to be in my webinars every day. And then the few days that you're not able to be there, it might just, it might just be extremely painful for you. It just happened to a few people. It just happened to a few people when there was supposed to be a Saturday webinar, and I said, not this Saturday. And I got so many messages saying, oh my God, we really wait for your webinar and we do this. And we're feeling so sad that you're not conducting the webinar today. And I just simply laughed and I said, well, if you're feeling that sad, then the work has come on you to release your expectation of the Saturday webinar. And that expectation is only bringing you to conditionality. So it's a great thing to be constantly working on looking at your attachment and to be releasing it so that you don't have an expectation. Even with the journal, as you sit and journal, I sat and journaled for 10 years. 10 years, really. Every single day, it was my thing to do. But on days that, and 10 years non-stop, money would give me guidance, sometimes for others, sometimes for the self, non-stop, literally non-stop. Every single day, I would sit with the journal and journal. But now, when I don't journal, because there is no attachment to that journal. So if I don't get to journal for a few months, I am okay. I am okay that I spend many, many weeks being with people, and then I spend many, many weeks being completely alone. As a matter of fact, it is really a beautiful place to be, that even when I'm with people, when I'm with people, there is always this place which is so calm and so still, which is alone. And I carry that space now with me everywhere. So I don't have to physically sit in that space of being alone, but there is always a space which is available to me to be alone. And so in the middle of a party with everybody going ha ha he he and everything, and all the fun that we are having around us, I can just take one moment and center myself on that peace and calm, and then come back to the party again. And so try that. Then your physical, oh, I have to be alone only. I have to only be with the journal. I don't want to be. The minute we say, I don't want to be, we've again sat on one side of the coin or the other side of the coin. And so the constant effort in awareness to be on top of the coin. Idhar bhi gira to bhi kya, udhar bhi gira to bhi kya. So when we feel that space, if calmness is what is pulling you into this journaling and being your quiet space or something, that calmness is within. Don't be afraid that if you just go out and party with 50 people, that calmness will go away. It's not going away anywhere, because this time you found it within. All right then. So you got your answers, and we are at the end of all the questions. Anybody else? Fabulous. Yeah, Darshan, what's up?
Yeah. So, Ma, when you say that energy, each one is come in this earth to experience their own energy. I have not yet heard your karma ka session, karmic. So I decide my energy, and as per that, experiences will come in my life. And simultaneously, I have a free will to change the course by constantly being in that release process. Is my journey, right? That is, does that mean?
Your journey, your ultimate journey is to empty your energy pot. That's it.
Okay.
Not with an outcome that this will happen, then that will happen. Again, this is very outcome oriented. Can you see? That I can change. So I understand and I teach you, but change or an outside manifestation is a byproduct. It's a byproduct. As we empty ourselves, as we keep becoming more and more aware of ourselves, all of the energies of this and that and the other, and this expectation and this attachment to a goal and ambition, so all of the lack, we are simply letting go. As we let go of energies of all of that, what are we filling ourselves with? We are filling ourselves with joy. As we let go of anxiety, what do we increase? Joy. As we let go of frustration and all of these frequencies of jealousy, everything of the heart, everything of the mind, what will we feel more and more? Frequencies of the heart. We begin to sit more in faith, more in surrender. We begin to see the beauty in everything as is. अभी कुछ करने का ही नहीं है, वो तो as is में कितना मजा आ रहा है. But as is all about observation. As we see things as they are and we have no wish to change them, that's because we've observed ourselves in the middle of this illusion. We've observed ourselves. And that is where the need to get, even to empty the energy pot, the need to empty an energy pot. You see, I keep giving you processes and processes to empty your energy pot. And that's all about increasing your awareness. But suddenly, if this need arises, oh my God, I must empty my energy pot. I must empty my energy pot. Now again, the need has arisen. The frequency is lack. the whole concept, the minute we get into the thinking space, I need to do this to get that, I need to be this to, the minute we get into the thinking space, all of these paradoxes, you can only see one side of. That's how you're supposed to work in the separation frequencies. You only get to see one side. And that would be that, okay, I need to do this because otherwise, as Meenal says, if the energy pot is not empty. But what Meenal says, and you are sitting with that, already the frequency has become lack. You want to get to a place, what Meenal says. But firstly, what Meenal says is only ask yourself this question: what am I feeling? I have to do this. I have to behave this way. I have to understand karma. I have to understand destiny. I have to understand free will. Firstly, without any understanding, ask yourself, when I think of these topics, oh, this karma is coming back and biting me. How does it make you feel? This concept itself, that the karma is coming back and biting you. It makes you feel like karma is the enemy. That karma is something bad, that you must have done all of these bad things for them to be happening today. Now you're already sitting in fear of karma. You're fearing karma. And what I say to you is forget everything else, forget every concept, because when you're sitting in the mind space, every concept is only showing up on one side of it. It is only when you're able to observe your energy and be in the energy space, be the creator and aligned to the creator that you are. When you are the body, you are the experiencer. When you act from the energy space, you are aligning yourself to the creator that you are, because the creator is energy. And so first thing you got to do is understand what energy you are and how to understand what energy you are. Just a second, let me mute who's not on mute. Okay, Darshan has put himself on mute only. Okay. So, firstly, to only understand what energy space are you operating from. And that will immediately take you to the energy space that you are. The minute you ask yourself, what am I feeling? What should I do about karma? Well, whatever you do about karma, with what emotion are you going to do about karma? Whatever I say to you, release this and release that. But when you are looking at releasing, what emotion are you holding in that minute as you do the release? Kya Darshan?
Yeah, got it now.
So, only question to ask. Otherwise, you know what? These concepts, karma. I understand karma differently, because to me, karma is the energetic impression. And the energetic impression is completely dynamic, because every moment I can change the energy itself. So I'm changing the impression that I'm carrying. It's not something that I've had it for 1,000 years, and so I must continue with it. No, the minute I sit in the body space, I must continue with it. But the minute I understand the energy space, choices and choices, free will also, we've always had free will. But the free will, okay, I'm again going to mute you. We've always had free will. Even so, when somebody asks me, what is destiny and what is free will? My answer is, when you are unaware, 99% of it is destiny, because whatever energy you have, it will play out. You will experience it. Every experience is your destiny. Every experience is your destiny. Some people are like, every once in a while they'll wake up and they'll say, oh, this must be destiny. Every single day, our destiny is playing out, because whatever our energy is, we are creating experiences of the same. And that's the destiny. And then we become aware. As we become aware, we begin asking ourselves, what am I feeling? What energy am I holding? What space am I sitting in energetically? as I ask myself this question again and again, I'm bringing myself to the energy space. In that space, destiny is 1% and free will is 99%. Because now I have choices available to me. What is a choice? That's the free will. That's the free will that I can be sad. I have the choice now to engage in a story, or I have the choice now to not engage in the story, to simply be sitting in the energy space. If I engage in the story, okay, more of the same, but now through choice. This choice, this free will now available to me, and I'm engaging while knowing that I'm engaged. And so the karma is created differently every moment from every step. And that's why I don't pay attention to karma. I don't pay attention to any of those concepts because they give you fear. They actually put you in a fearful space. Oh my God, I don't know what karma I did that I have to suffer all of this. The minute you think of your own suffering and how much suffering you have to go ahead with, only fear related to karma. And whereas, well, science treats us, science is so much more easy about it, because if everything is energy, your karma is energy too. You are energy, your food is energy, your table is energy, your karma is energy too.
Also, in that case, like I am diabetic, I am a foodie, I love eating food. So I am aware I'm happily eating sweets and all, but people around will always say you're diabetic, you should not eat. My son, my wife, or the other people, and I am least bothered. I don't get affected. Also, I would say I happily have it.
So
But
then why is this conversation happening?
but that somewhere that thought comes in, then I enjoy it, but then
You are
that
saying that
increases the
I
diabetes.
don't, but my wife does. I don't understand a word called wife. Can you explain me who a wife is? I don't understand. Do you?
It's me only reflecting
It's
that.
you. You haven't released your fears. What will the diabetes do to you? That fear is still with you and you haven't released the fear. At least when they say to you, they are showing you your fear. They are showing you your fear. Thank them that they are showing you your fear. Now, what will you do with the fear? Will you sit in the fear? Okay, sit in the fear. Then follow all the instructions of the doctor and sit in the fear. Will you release the fear? Oh boy, just a second. Just a second. Okay. So every disease will show you fear. Every disease is, of course, manifested from fear, but it'll keep showing you fear. And every moment when you sit in a fear, it's your choice. It's always going to be a choice. Today you will release, another deeper layer of it will come through. Just a story to go by. So there was this one time, I think it was last year or some such thing, that Abhilasha had TB. She had TB. And so she, as she got TB, she was working on herself, she was working on her energy and all of that stuff. We met, she went with me to Khet and we met up there. And while we were sitting around, I just said to her, matlab, I got in guidance and the words came to me saying, what if I tell you in this moment that you don't have TB? What will you do? And she said, okay, if you are saying so, then I don't have TB. Then I will understand that I don't have TB. I said, okay, these words have come to me, but at any point in time, if you feel that you don't want to take medicine, then you can look into that. And I said this and that was done. Abhilasha stopped taking medicine the next day. She stopped taking medicine the next day. For 1 week, it was wonderful. She didn't take medicine. She was feeling all wonderful and all of that stuff. And the next week after that, somewhere, she started to get very fearful. Oh my God, I have now done this, what if this gets worse? What if it doesn't get better? What did I do the right thing by quitting all the medicine immediately? Did I do this? Did I do that? But through all of this, because she was focused on the frequency, she was aware in those moments, because she was focused on the frequency, what did she keep doing? She kept releasing her fears. She kept releasing her fears. And when I met with her almost a month later, she was like, oh my God, I can't tell you how much I had to work on my fears, because they would come in a different form each day. Somebody would tell me something or the other, but she had her finger on the fear and not on the people. But you don't have your finger on yourself. You have again put your finger out. Oh, I'm feeling completely okay, but I don't know why these people keep saying that. If these people keep saying that and it's not at all bothering you, this question would not be here. As a matter of fact, from where my memory doesn't serve me at all, it's only Mani who reminds me, we've had this conversation before. We've had this exact same conversation before with the exact same answers in a Q&A session. So again, you're asking me the same thing, but that's because every time the fear comes and the finger is outside and the finger hasn't gone within. There's a wife outside, there is some son outside, there is children outside, and all of them are telling you something and it's not bothering you. If they're telling you something and it's not bothering you, then go ahead and do whatever you are doing, because it's not bothering you. It's not bothering you. But if it's bothering you, then please look at it deeper. Because you're saying, oh, it's not bothering me, but I want to keep bringing this question up. It's not bothering me, but I want to keep doing this. But then you haven't looked at yourself and your fears deep enough. They come every day. They come in different forms. And you have to still keep looking within. Without that. Otherwise, the wife will say she's sitting in a field of worry. She'll sit and you will not feel bothered by it. What will happen with diabetes? What will happen? One day, you'll die. That's for all of us. That's for all of us. And then, but I will die with all of these pains. I will die with all of that. Now, look at all of the pains that are not here yet, but you're fearful of them. That's how fear shows up. That you're fearful of a future. You are fearful of a disease. So if you're fearful of something, the work is to move from the fear frequency. Of course, what happened with Abhilasha, many of you already know that when she went to the doctors and the doctor had said there's only one medicine that can work on it, there's no other medicine that works on it. And then Abhilasha stopped that very medicine on the third day on the third day of meeting me, she stopped that medicine. And then when she went to the doctors and the doctor looked at the reports and said, wow, okay, wonderful. I'm so glad that the medicine is working for you. And Abhilasha said, well, I haven't taken the medicine. And then he said, okay, whatever it is that you did, well, it's working for you. There you go. Whatever it is that she did in the energies worked for her. The motivation to work on self comes from an expectation to change my frequency and change the story outside. Is that not the right way to approach your own journey of working on yourself? Yes, it is. But the expectation to change my frequency and change the story outside. What I say is, your expectation is all right. Just don't put your finger on what that change should look like. What you are saying is that if I change my frequency within, the outside story will change. And that's how the energy works. It's like when you open the tap, if there is water in the tap, water comes out. And that's all there is. And your expectation is that if there is water in the tap, water will come out. That's a very much a byproduct, thing that we are going with. But for the water to come out this way, and the water should only be hot, and the water should be at this particular temperature, now we are starting to put expectations on very certain outcomes. So that's where I say, when you put your focus on just simply emptying your energy field. I'm just going to empty. I'm sitting in anger, I release my anger. I'm sitting in frustration, I'm going to look within, okay, this is my frustration, and I'm going to release the frustration. And that's it. No, I've released the frustration. That frustration was on the other person, and now the other person should change because I've released the frustration on them. You see the difference? Should we then take medical insurance? It's your wish. I don't go by, should I wear blue today? Meenal, should I wear pink today? Should I walk with my right foot first today? Should I take medical insurance today? I don't care. I always tell you, actions have zero value. And you're asking me, should I wear blue today? That would be an action. Very similar to asking me, should I take health insurance? Should I take 1 spoon of sugar in my coffee, or should I take half a spoon? You're asking me that. And I say, I don't care. Actually, nobody cares. The universe doesn't care. The universe only looks at your frequency underneath that 1 spoon of sugar, underneath that health insurance. So whatever it is that you do, I can only tell you the energy perspective of it. You're asking me, I should do this or I should not do this. Do whatever the hell you want. All right, then. The fun part of it, that I have huge amounts of medical insurance, but that's because I didn't take it and I don't care for it. As a matter of fact, Mani has told me several times that I won't be going to the hospital, and yet I have huge amounts of hospital insurance because it comes with my husband's package or some such thing like that. So I have huge amounts of health insurance. But do I really put any fear behind that? Oh, I need that insurance. I want that insurance. I must have that insurance. Now I'm operating from a different space. Otherwise, I'm wearing blue, I'm wearing pink, I have insurance, I don't have insurance. It's all the same. Acceptance of changes in the body. This is all cutting into meditation time. Okay, I'm done with meditation. No meditation happening. Acceptance of changes in the body. More and more acceptance. Release the judgment and expectation to look and have no pain perform as per our expectation. Yeah. As a matter of fact, if the pain is there, it is already showing you some resistance. It is showing you some resistance, not necessarily to the body itself, but pain normally is resistance of some form. And underneath that resistance, you will mostly find fear. So if you've got pain, for example, I have a lot of pain in my body right now, a lot of pain. And I know all the outer circumstances that have created the pain. I traveled to Nasik, and on the same day I had to come back. So that was 8 hours of car travel. And so a lot of pain in the body from that. I yesterday again had to sit in the car for 4 hours. I had to go out here and there. A lot of pain from that. And I'm looking at all of that pain which is happening from the body. But I also know that if the pain is happening, I also have to look within at the energy. Body is there, body is going to go through something, but I have this opportunity also to look at the pain and ask if there is anything in the energies that it wants to show me. And so body remains in pain. For example, I've many a times mentioned to you how when I went to Australia and then I came back with so much pain, and that pain stayed with me for almost 4 months. And then Mani said one day, stop eating, stop drinking. And I stopped eating, drinking, and then that pain was gone. And then I came back to food again. But now Mani hasn't said to me, stop eating, stop drinking. And I don't have the expectation that if I stop eating, stop drinking, then that pain will go. So I'm still eating. I'm only following guidance. So understand that just because once that method has worked for some amount of pain, now for me to get an expectation, oh, if I stop eating and I stop drinking, it'll be great because my pain will again go away. That's where the expectation setting can happen. And so just simply to understand that, acha, when did I stop eating, drinking? When Mani told me to. When guidance said stop eating, stop drinking, that's when I stopped eating, drinking. That is when that pain had come to be released. And now again, I have the pain, and it was so cute because I have all of these outer reasons. I went this, and my, the car driver was such a bad driver and he drove so badly and all of that stuff. Outer reasons, finger on the outside. I can take this opportunity to look within. And the minute I did so, it was so funny because this is Diwali season. I've got about 20 parties happening. Out of all the 20 parties, there was this one party that I didn't want to go to. Didn't want to go to. And from that space, the pain, the resistance to one party itself caused that pain in me. And as soon as, it was so beautiful, as soon as I released that resistance and I asked Mani, jana hai ki nahi jana? And the answer came, zarur jana hai. And I said, okay, I'm not going to the party, I'm going with Mani to the party. So as soon as I said that to myself, I felt better. But my pain became so highly reduced. So reduced. I mean, it's still there, but so much of the pain from that one answer. So amazing it is to be able to work on the energy when some pain, something is happening. But that expectation part, that when I do this, this should go away. The pain is here to show you something. So you keep asking. You keep asking, is there something that I need to know about the pain? And then sometimes the pain will just be quiet because there is nothing left for it to tell you. You've done all the energy work and yet the pain is there. Let it be. Put your focus on something else. Put your attention some other place. When that layer of pain is revealed, when that answer is revealed, it will go automatically. And if it is not relieved, it will stay. But again, to keep putting the focus on it, I have this pain, what should I do? Work to put your focus away from that pain. Do things that you enjoy. Do things that you can do with that pain as well. This is life. This is how so many layers of ours get released. Did I answer that question to your satisfaction? Okay then. All right. Let's get to a few minutes of meditation. So take a deep breath in and exhale. I take energy from Meenal. I am Meenal. I am Meenal. And as you say the next line, I am Meenal, put a smile on your face. Keep that smile on your face as you say, I am Meenal. Relax all other facial muscles, but that smile stays. I am Meenal. And now, simply just looking at all the things, all the people that might have bothered me today, but now, with a smile on my face, I bring them to my thoughts and I hug them and I thank them. one after the other. Thoughts will come of people, of events, something that might be bothering you. A thought from an old time might drop in. And right now, the only thing that you keep is a smile on your face. And with that smile, meet the people. Meet the people, look into their eyes and thank them. Look into their eyes and thank them. The smile continues. A gentle smile. And as the next person comes to you, now you look at them and you have a little bit bigger smile, almost a giggle you are at. You're looking at them, and in your closed eyes, you're also looking at yourself, giggling. And you giggle, and they've bothered you, and you're giggling at that botheration. And you look into their eyes and thank them. And the two of you laugh. Watch yourself laughing. The eyes are twinkling now as you laugh. Look at your eyes, your own eyes. And now look at that other person. From the outside, you the observer, observing yourself laughing. Stories and stories, all these stories of other people have now come to be laughed at. And now, as the next person comes in, you're already laughing. You're giggling and you're laughing and you're slapping each other on the back and you're having so much fun just laughing at the botheration itself. They showed you some parts of you and your finger went out. But in this moment, in this laughter, everything simply dissolving into the laughter. Laughter indeed, the best medicine. And now, that list of people bothering you, coming to an end, just coming to an end. But all of you just hanging around, looking at each other, laughing, slapping each other on the backs. Party time, total party time. And now the next list of people who've given you absolute joy, complete joy. And they're walking in. And as soon as they walk in, you run to hug them and to hold them. And you're running to them and they're running to you. And both of you are laughing and enjoying. And you call them to the party, that previous party. And now there's so much more hugging happening with you, around you. And you say your thank yous to this list of people who are coming in as well. These people who've been absolutely amazing to you. They love you. They have shown the love that you are. That is the role they've been playing. And so you thank them too. And in this list of people, if you find it so, you'll see me walking in as well. You'll see me walking in, and both of us, you and I, are laughing so loud. You're tickling each other and giggling and laughing and making no sense whatsoever. Just simply laughing and laughing. And as we are hugging, I'm tickling you. And you're getting tickled and laughing some more. And as we do all of this, one big round of laughter is all that can be heard all around us. And as we wait and as we laugh, suddenly we see, who is this that's walking in? And that's money. And money walks in, and we all run up to him. Every one of us. We all run up to him, his eager children, so eager to tell him all our laughter stories. This happened, and this person, he did that. And now it's so funny. And we are telling him our stories, and he's listening and laughing. And he's laughing along with us. And so beautiful, the space of laughter created through your thankfulness, thanking each and every actor for showing you whatever you're holding, and you can let go of all the botheration and simply laugh with them in the energies. And you can stay here for a little bit more in this space of joyfulness, complete joyfulness. You can even go here whenever you wish, whenever something bothers you. You can come to this space, thank that person, whoever has bothered you, thank them, and then be laughing with them. That laughter that you are creating, this beautiful frequency of laughter, belongs to you even more, even more. Enjoy, be in masti. Om Mani, Om Mani, Om Mani. Okay, everyone. Lots and lots of love.
Thank you, Meenal.
Bye,
Love
everybody.
you.
Thank
Love
you.
you. Thank you so much.